Hey guys, welcome back to AJ's Paintings. Oh my goodness, it's been a long time since I have been able to come down and do a painting. Um, so I was gonna come back. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some painting, but I had some paints mixed since more than 2 years ago, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to see if they are still good. And I thought, okay, instead of just doing it on my own, why don't I just do it in front of you, show you if the paints are still good. And that will kind of give you an idea to how long the paints will stay after you mix them. So this is the mix that I use for my tree swipes. So it's usually the ratio that I use is 40 grams of paint, acrylic paint, 80 grams of Floetrol, and that's American Floetrol, and then 30 grams of water. So that's what I do to mix all my paints for my tree swipes. If you have seen any of my tree swipes before, you know that I mix all my paints with the same ratio. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how these paints look, oh my god, I think I messed up my lighting a little bit. Give me 1 second to fix it. Okay, so I think I fixed it a little bit, so there's less shadow. There was way too much shadow here. Okay, so yeah, so I want to show you how it looks. I don't know if you can actually see, but you see this is how it got separated. The thicker part is on the bottom, and then this is just the kind of like a liquid that's up there. So most of the paints, actually all of them kind of look like that. See, look at this one. So so let's see if we're able to do something with this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to, since there is, you know, the lid is on it, I'm just gonna shake it. Hopefully there are no lumps in there. There could be, because it's been sitting there for so long. Maybe some paint dried in there, and that would create those little specks of dry paint, which I really don't want to see in my tree swipes, but we'll see. Okay, so you see it's all mixed now. There you go. So I'm gonna do that to all of them, and you can see there's just like some of them are like very little. I'm gonna shake all of them and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, I'm back. So I was shaking all of these paints, the colored paints that I'm going to use. So did all of that. Hopefully they're good. If not, we'll find out. You can see I have a level here. What I usually do when I set up my canvas, and I must have shown you before, like how I usually put on these thumb pins under, and then I just try to make sure that it's balanced. And then I would check, and then wherever I want it to dry, I will put it there and also check there to make sure that it's not tilted, because any pour, when you do, doesn't matter if it's a swipe or Dutch pour or whatever, when you put it down to dry, if it's a little bit tilted, the paint is going to start shifting, and then the painting that you left, it's not going to be the painting that ends up drying. So you have to be very careful. So I always do this when I'm painting. All right, so this is the Floetrol. So this, I just mixed it. Last time when I painted, it was like, as I said, it was more than 2 years ago. So this is also white in there. So I'm gonna shake it and see. This one though, I think I'm going to strain just to make sure there's no lumps, because this is going to be the base painting. So I have a cup in here. And a strainer. I am not sure if the paint is going to go through it or not. Usually Floetrol would strain pretty well in there, but let's try it and see. It will give us an idea. If not, then we'll just try to use it without it. Okay, so it is going, which is good. I don't need too much. Yeah, it was good actually. There is no, I don't see any lumps in there, just bubbles, which is good. So that means I could have used it. Okay, that's good. Just have to make sure that whenever you use it, oh, there's a little bit in there. Whenever you use it like this, you have to make sure that you wash it. If it dries, there is no way to get your strainer back. Okay. So I always keep paper towel close to me, just to make sure that I keep wiping my hands. Alright, let's put this on the side. I feel like I still have to work on my lighting a little bit more. I just changed, I had put away all my my studio. I kind of had all the lights put away and the table, so though now putting it back, I think I need to go back and remember how I did it before. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm just putting in my white. This is going to be my base. And as you can see, I'm not really putting too much. We'll see if we need more, we can always grab it. And I'm going to spread it around. Yeah, I know I've been away for so long. It's been just busy with so many other things in life. So haven't been able to come and do paintings. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do it more often now. Hopefully these paints I'm able to salvage. Then I will be able to do. Otherwise I will just have to, I don't like it, but I might have to just you know, throw them out and start with new paints. But I'm hoping that I will be able to use those. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna come back. All right, okay, so I have covered it up. I did have to go back and put a little bit more paint on it. I realized that I did these paintings when I did them before. I was doing them on 8x10 canvases, and this one is 16x20, so of course I need more paint than I would have for that painting. This one was ready. This already had the pins in it, so I was like, okay, we'll just use this. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just take the butane torch and I'm just going to blow all those bubbles out. Okay, hopefully this has enough gas in it. Doesn't seem to. There we go. All right. Okay, so as you can remember, if you can see in other paintings, you have to go over all over the canvas to make sure you're blowing all those bubbles in there, but you have to make sure that you don't stay at one spot for too long. So I see a lot of bubbles in there, so I'm just gonna keep going, keep coming back to the same area, but not staying at one spot for too long. I feel like I can still see a lot of these lines where I try to spread the paint. I might need a little bit more on this. We'll see after I'm done blowing these bubbles, then I'll see if I need to. Okay, I feel like this should be good. I feel like this paint is a little bit thicker than I'm used to. I think it's just because it was sitting there for so long that it's not the same consistency. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm good with this, and I'm going to start with my color paints. Alright, so we'll see how these colors are going to do. I'm just going to keep a tissue in my hand when I'm open this, because when I open it, it might splatter. And I'm also going to test it a little bit on the tissue before I pour it. Okay, so it seems to be coming out fine. Alright, so I'm going to find the middle of the canvas, and then just make a line, straight line. So you don't have to worry about it too much. Oh, okay, seems like we run out. Or maybe there's a, yeah, maybe there was like a, something got stuck. No, see, this is what happens when something gets stuck in there. All right. Okay, so see, this is what it was in there, that's why. Okay, no worries. It's all right, we'll go with this, it doesn't matter. Okay, next one. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this one was neon pink. and this one was by Liquitex Basics. Alright, next one. This one is fluorescent green, and this is also by Liquitex Basics. Again, I'm gonna check to make sure it's coming out. Hopefully it won't have anything that will get stuck in there. At least now I know if it stops flowing, I need to stop and check the nozzle if there's anything stuck in there. Alright, next one. This one is phthalo green. Okay, let's do the same thing. There's a bubble in here. That's okay. So you just want to keep going on top of the last paint. So as you see, when you start putting it on, the one you put before starts spreading, right? So you can see it still when you're putting in your next line. Alright, next one. I'm going to go with Prussian blue. This one is by Pebeo. Not too much paint in the bottle, so hopefully I will be able to get something out of this. It's coming out a little bit slow, so let's see. Alright, there is another bubble in there. Let me just pop that. I think the pink has created those bubbles. There. Okay, next. We are going to go with cobalt blue. I think this was medium cobalt blue. It's so long ago that I don't even remember all the names properly. Alright, there we go. Okay. This one has a lot of bubbles in there too. Okay. Next one. This one is emerald green. Okay. All right. And next one, oh my god, I can't even read this. Blue green iridescent by Pebeo. Alright, good thing the only first one was the one that created trouble. It had to be the first one. But it's good in a sense that it's not happening on top, so hopefully it won't happen again. So this one is light violet. Uh-oh. See something happening with this one too. Let's see if I can get it to the top. Yes. Okay. Alright. So I'll have to be careful with that. I spoke too soon. Light magenta. Actually, I'm going to do old gold first, and then I'll do light magenta. Alright. I love the effect gold gives in the tree swipes. It's my favorite. Okay. Last color before black. This one is light magenta. Please be good. Uh-oh. Alright. Phew. Alright, so this is the one that I'm most worried about. It's black and there's not much in the bottle. Hopefully it will be fine. But let's see. Let's give it a try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whatever. So I'm going to put this in the middle. Okay, so I feel like this is not coming out. Okay. I think I cleaned it. Okay, let's see. Yeah. No, this one is not coming out. So let me just open it and clean it up a little bit. Okay, so I cleaned it up a little bit. Let's hope this works. It doesn't really have anything on it. I'm hoping that this is the correct paint. And I hope it's not the one that's mixed in a different way. But let's just see. Hopefully we're able to get like a line out of it. That's all I need. One line. Okay, good. Alright, I don't know, I lost the lid for it. Okay, found it. Okay, so next step. This step is to blow all the bubbles from the colored paint. Okay, why is it that this is giving me trouble? There we go. Okay. It looks a little different. The black is spreading, so I'm not really sure if it's going to give me like a usual swipe, but we could get something very interesting. Okay. All right, now it's time to swipe. All right, so I already cut some of these cardboards just to make sure that I'm ready to go. So I'm just gonna use this one here to make my first swipe. I'm gonna do it a bit faster because I feel like the paints are spreading already, so I just want to make sure that I get into it. So I'm gonna put it in the black and then start swiping very slowly. All right, and as usual, every time you swipe, you want to make sure that you clean your cardboard for the next one. And next one, I'm going to overlap a little bit. Try to stay in the black. All right. I feel like these paints might be in my way, so I'm just going to move them a little bit on the side. Okay. Right, getting back to it. Okay. I feel like the white, you know how it was a little bit thick, it's causing these effects. I don't mind them. Okay, so far so good. Even though I see those white bubbles, hope they don't get too big, because if any of these paints had any silicone in it, then that would cause those bubbles to get bigger, and I don't want them to be too big for my 3 swipes. I know that none of the colored paints had in it, but the black, since it didn't have any label on it, I'm a little bit skeptical about that one. Okay, one side done. So for the next side, let me just change the cardboard just to make sure I have a actually this is still fine, I can still use it. Okay, so the second one, you see how the black is a lot on this side. I'm gonna start from there now, and I still want the black to kind of go over. You will notice your right hand always swipes a little different than your left hand. That's okay, that's also adds to the painting, right? Feels good to paint again. It's been a while since I was thinking about it for so long. I just didn't get a chance to kind of get back into it. Oh, I love that. So pretty. Okay, last one. There we go. Okay, so far so good. The paints have been behaving. You can't tell that those paints were mixed so long ago. Okay, I'm getting rid of that cardboard. wiping my hands clean. I can see that this is a little bit on this side. The tree is not going to be in the middle, but that's okay. It's just because the paints in the middle had shifted so much that I kind of had to kind of go that way, but it's okay. We can make it in a way that it wouldn't affect it so much. Okay, so I'm gonna start the tree. So as you know, if you have seen other videos before, I just cut the cardboard again, but this time this is just like a smaller strip. And I usually I start from the bottom, and then I make my way up, and then I make the first branch. So since this size is much bigger, I think I'm going to go this way first. Usually I always go this way, but let's see if I go this way. Okay. So this way, almost to the 1/3, and then you want to make your way, and you want to start wiggling your hand and out. So that's your first branch. Now here you want to see like how thick you want your tree trunk to be. If this is what you want, you can just leave it, don't touch it again. But if you want it to be a bit thicker, which I think in this case I do, because I just want to kind of balance it out, then I'm going to go back just on this side and do it. Usually I don't like to touch it. Maybe I'll use the smaller one. Yeah, I'll use the smaller one because I don't want to touch it too much, so I don't affect the first one. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. And remember, you don't want to make them same, right? You want them to be a bit different from each other, like both sides don't have to match. And then once you have your first 2 big branches, now you can start putting in all the small ones. And it depends how you want to do it, where you want to. You want to look in here and see if you like any areas that you want to preserve, you can do that. And then just kind of start making those branches. And it's up to you how you see it fit. So I'm just going to put in some big ones first, and then I'm going to go back in and then put the small ones in. So how's everyone doing? It's been such a long time. I feel like I try my best to kind of stay up to date with your comments, and I try to reply as much as I could, but yeah, no new paintings. Hopefully this will be for me to start coming back into it. Please do comment, let me know if there's any specific colors you would want me to do now when I'm back and I'm actually painting. I would love to try some of those. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. And you don't always have to go all the way out. This one, I love this one, so I don't know if I want to touch it, but it looks very empty on this side. And you want to overlap those branches. So don't worry if it's going on top of another one. Okay, this hand was on the other side, so it's kind of ruined that one a little bit. Okay, let's bring this down. I want to see some branches in here. So I know there are some people who have been asking me to put in like quick videos, not where I'm talking, but there are some people who love this, who want to learn and who want me to kind of go and talk during my videos. So what I'm gonna do, I want both of you to be happy. So I'm gonna do is I'm going to post this one, but I'm also going to make like a quick version of this one, maybe with some music or something, and make it faster so that you can just enjoy. So I think I'm gonna do that. So you can, if you don't want to watch this one, you can definitely watch those. So I think if that's what you want, then I will, I'll keep doing that from now on, from rest of my paintings. Okay, it looks a bit too small in here. What do we want to do? I love this part though. I don't know if I not touch it. Maybe just a little bit here. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. Just gonna, this part is white, so I'm just gonna make some ground in here, and that's it. I think we're done. Just going over that a little. Okay, what do you think? I think the paint's passed. Wow. So yeah, if you mix your paints and you put them in these squeeze bottles and the lid is on properly, they will stay. It seems like they haven't gone bad. You see the results in here, pretty good. I'm just gonna go over, I think I see a little bit of bubbles in there, so I'm just gonna go over. I don't know, I think I might have lost my torch a little. Usually I don't do this, but I see a little bit of bubbles in there, so I'm just going to pop them now so they don't pop when it's drying. I'll give you a close-up, but yeah, I think it's good. Oh, hold on. See something that I don't like. Even though if you don't like something, you can always go back later on once it's dry and then just paint over it. I didn't like that part because it had really small branches coming out of this part, and they shouldn't be, because this is like a big trunk and you should be seeing a bigger trunk, a bigger branch coming out of it, not small ones. And then small ones can come out of that. Okay, I think I'm not going to touch it anymore. If I keep doing it, I might ruin it. Awesome. All right, feels great to be back. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you a close-up of this painting from my side. I know some people have asked me to record it from this way. I still need to figure it out. How can I do it so that you can see this from here, from how I'm looking at it. I'll try to figure that out. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if there's any comments, if you love it, if you want me to try any other colors. I'll love to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around for the close-up. Thanks. Bye.